Danny DeVito Frank uses.
Okay, yeah.
Because, like, he is just aggressive. So, for instance, here's what happens. So, if you run your own little company,
Yeah.
and like, Amazon is a really good platform upon which you can sell your products. So, say you sell, I don't know, like, scuba diving gear. Okay, so you'll sell your scuba diving gear on Amazon, and then you'll be making quite a decent amount of money because a lot of people use Amazon.
Carry on.
And then what's going to end up happening is, after a while, Amazon is going to start basically also going to be buying some of your products.
Okay.
And the reason they're buying your products is because they are then going to replicate those products and undercut you, and then basically make your company go completely out of business. What? And they have done this a lot. Oh. Like, it is their, like, main business method in which they are, like, the only companies that don't get undercut by Amazon are companies which are literally too big to be undercut, like super corporations. And what ends up happening a lot is that you just can't really make money if you sell shit on Amazon.
Okay.
And not just that, but they're not paying any of their workers that well. So, and this is why I hate Jeff Bezos, is because he is hoarding so much wealth, and, like, none of it is going to anyone. It's like, because at first I used to think, no, Amazon are fucks with Amazon because, you know, they
went from a bookstore to this
global. And I was like, yeah, and it's like, no, because they could have actually done all of that shit. They could have had Prime way sooner if Bezos was more willing to just not hoard all this wealth.
I guess so, yeah. Prime only came out not long ago, did it?
No, it came out, like, just as I got into uni. It came out fun. Like, they could have done it ages ago. They had the technology, they had the money, they had the funds, but Bezos essentially wanted to be the richest man on the planet.
World, yeah.
And the problem is, when you're the richest man on the planet, so the fuck what? Like, who can, like, if you, like, in the words of one of my favorite comedians, Kevin Bridges, he was like, why would you have 33 million pounds in an offshore account? No, if I had that kind of money, I'd put it in a current account and look at it.
Yeah.
Like, I would not walk past an ATM and like, just go into an ATM. Yep, 33 million. Everyone see that? Cool. And I'm just like, yeah. And, like, this is why I feel like there should be, like, a system if we are going, like, I don't like capitalism, and I think that the best way to sort of, let me rephrase that. I don't like capitalism, but I think that because it's so deeply ingrained into so many of our societies, like, the only way we're going to get rid of it is if we kill a lot of people. And honestly, I'm not okay with that. I am not okay with that, because if we try killing a lot of rich people, they're going to kill a lot of us.
I mean, it's true.
And unfortunately, as romantic as the idea of a socialist revolution is, I don't actually want my friends to die.
Yeah.
Like, I actually like my friends.
That's true.
So, I mean, aside from, assassination, what would be best is if every year there was a system where if you achieve the title of the richest person on the planet, you lose everything. Like, everything is taken away and you have to start again from scratch. And all of that money is redistributed. So if you are going to try and hoard all the wealth, fine, because honestly, I cannot stop you. It's not even like I agree with it. I just cannot stop you. But if you then end up hoarding that much wealth, it's then taken away from you, and then it's redistributed. And then that actually means that money goes into the economy, because that's the only way to make it work.
That's absolutely crazy, but this is the world that we live in, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's because, like, that's what happens when you have an unmoderated market, and I'm just there, like, this is why it doesn't work. People are like, oh no, like, the UK became one of the richest countries because of capitalism. I'm like, no, fuck off. It became the richest country in the world because of colonialism. Shut up. Like, shut up. Actually, shut up.
Sorry, I was just reading through this porn thing.
Fair enough.
Sorry,
Because
it got deep because I read the byline, and it was just like the checks will be rigorous. You won't just have to type in your day of birth or it'd be a tick boxes. I was like, what? What am I gonna
have to put
do?
your passport number in or something?
Yeah, so it says that you'll probably have to send in ID documents, for example, your credit card or your debit card, passport. It will be to mobile phones where adult filters will have been removed. Oh, what? Adult filters? Oh,
Damn.
That affect my adult filters?
In the words of Dr. Cox from Scrubs, I think if they took all the porn off the internet, there would just be one website left, and it would be called "Bring Back the Porn." I get why they're doing it.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if they'll be successful because
also it's kind of a thing like they're saying that they want to make the UK a safer place, a safer world. What the fuck were you guys doing while I was growing up? You know? When the internet was first invented, what the hell were you guys doing?
On the one hand, I'm like, oh, it's cool that they're doing this, but at the same time, I'm already like, I'm a deeply broken individual.
You know?
I am so, this has broken me.
It was way too easy to access.
So easy.
Just put in my age? So what? I just need to work out how old I am?
Just be like, yes.
Yes.
Yes, I am 18.
Oh, those are the best ones. Yes, I am 18.
Yeah.
What year was I born in? Minus 18 years from the current year. That is my age.
Yeah. It is a madness. You know, but I do think, but also I'd say that I'm glad because porn has gotten weird.
Yeah.
So weird. Why is there so much incest? Why is there so much?
I don't know.
I have a theory. I think it's because... No. It's half joke, half theory. But I honestly think there's so much incest porn around is because hillbillies just got Wi-Fi.
I don't know, but yeah, it's become a big thing.
And and honestly, I don't want us to have an inbred generation.
I think it's more just the kind of the taboo of it, maybe?
It's the taboo. And also, I saw one article saying it's like the simplest kind where you can have a plot, but at the same time, I'm like, no. Okay?
Because then,
person comes to fix your boiler, you have sex. Wonderful. Yeah. Person comes to deliver your pizza, you don't have money, bang. Fantastic.
Don't have your rent, bang.
No, that's too real now. Too many landlords are actually doing that shit. It's not okay.
No, that's true.
Sometimes, and this is the one thing that actually has made me watch a lot less is that sometimes you see something and it's just a bit too real, and it's like, no, please don't. I don't like that.
Not as much as I used to, I guess, but I've grown up now.
Yeah, I've also it's a weird thing because it is very much ingrained into our society. So much so I remember walking home from work and there was this kid and there was this he must have been between 14 and 16, and he had a shirt with just the Playboy bunnies all over it, and I'm just like, wow, kids aren't even being subtle anymore. Not even trying. No, he's just full on out, and I'm just like, wow, it is just there.
Yeah,
it is just there, and I think I think the only way that porn can work in a society, not be positive, because I don't know if it can be, and I'm not going to be that kind of porn advocate.
Activist.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't care about it that much. I really don't. But what I will say is until we have a good enough teaching system of sexual health, I honestly wouldn't bat an eye if porn was just taken completely, because I'm just there we deserve this. we brought this on ourselves.
It's one of the oldest trades.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been, like you said, it's very heavily ingrained in our society.
So ingrained.
Sex, drugs, money.
Mm-hmm. It's so much so, and I really don't, so many ways in which it's just really fucked up. just minor things like body image for people.
Yeah.
Like to the point where you can be a woman of like normal like body mass and body height, and then it's just like BBW, and it's like no, this is normal. This is normal.
Yeah.
This is normal.
I think it's more everyone feels like they need to be put in a
Category.
a category.
And also like that's also another thing which I completely forgot. Like, as we are two black men, this is completely like flung past our minds. But just the amount of fetishization it's caused for us.
Yeah.
Like, legit. Like, one of the first girls I dated at uni literally fetishized black dudes. And, you know, I don't know if it's because she watched a lot of interracial porn. Probably is. Probably is. Like, she said, oh, no, I don't masturbate. I'm just like, then why are you fetishizing me? And it's like, well, my sister does fetishizes black men. And I was like, that doesn't make this better. That don't. But yeah, like,
justifying it with your sister.
yeah. But like the worst part is, I even believed in the fetishization, and I feel like that is the most damaging thing. Like, not just how you are seen, but I'm just there like, isn't my dick the size of my forearm? And I like, you shouldn't be 17 and just looking down and just asking yourself that question unironically.
Yeah.
So I just. Yeah, it's just a lot.
I remember your poem about it. There was that line about it, I just remember.
Wait, which poem was that?
You performed it at Chocolate Poetry. It was about, I'm pretty sure you performed it.
I think so. Oh yeah.
About fetish. It was literally about like this.
Oh
exact
no,
topic.
I get that. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, because like it is really bad, and it's like I feel bad for like just all Asian people because of porn.
Yeah, you know,
like more than black. Well, I mean, like just as much. I'm not going to compare anything, but I just feel bad for them. Just full stop, because just Asian men are just seen as these sexless entities.
or the revert, or the opposite side of it, or really sexed.
Yeah, like hyper-sex to the point of like weird perversions. Yeah. And I'm just like, no, this isn't the case. And then like Asian women, oh man, it sucks for them. Like it sucks. It just sucks so much. And like, yeah, and also I really don't like how, like, because before, understandably, our standards of beauty were often like inspired by things like nobility and like kings and queens and all of that shit in like hundreds of years ago. But nowadays it is just porn. Like everyone is basically treating the Kardashians as the new standards of beauty, and I'm like, they basically became famous because of porn.
But it's just like, I think just in general, just everything's over-sexualized.
Way too over-sexualized.
I mean,
I say this, but even though like, I am disgusting. Like, I am fucking disgusting. But like, even so, I'm just saying, like, things are way, like, you have to fetishize everything to the point where you can like advertise, I don't know, a drink, like just like some lemonade, and then it's just got to be a girl just deep throating the bottle, and like I could say that, and people would just have in their heads like, I wouldn't be surprised if people did that. Yeah. So yeah.
That's a crazy world we live in.
And it's also seen, and I think also one of the worst parts is it's not actually that lucrative for women, because I found out recently that a lot of female porn actresses don't get royalties. They just get paid a lump sum for the scene, and then the people who make the video, they get all the royalties. And I'm just like, that is not agency. Yeah. You don't get agency from just being paid a lump sum, because then all that's happening is your work is so precarious that you just have to keep looking for work, or you just have to cam for hours on end. Yeah. And I'm just like, no one wants to masturbate from 9 to 5.
It's even like the new craze that's sweeping, what is it called? Premium Snapchats.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I don't get it.
I don't get, because like even on a purely economical standpoint, I'm like, wait, but we have the porn scope. It exists. It exists. It's right there. And now you're paying all this money for some 12 megapixel iPhone camera.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. Like, there's guys out there literally paying to watch other girls, but like, it's like,
the thing is, like, I don't even criticize the women doing this because, like, you need to get your Skrilla, and I respect the hustle. I don't respect the men who